We're coming to you from the head office of UD Trucks just outside of Pretoria. Now, the South African commercial vehicle market seems to have left some of its woes behind and regained ground that it lost during 2010. Increase in sales for the year to date is just over 20%. Not so good for the buses though, that's down 50%. Now, before I take a tour of the UD Trucks head office, I'm joined by the GM of Corporate Planning and Marketing, Rory Schulz. Rory, thanks very much for joining us. You're going to give us a little bit of insight into the commercial vehicle market. It is looking very positive for the year with that just over 20% increase, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed, but one must remember that it comes from a low base for the first 6 months of 2010. So whilst it is at the 20% at the moment, we anticipate by year end that real growth will only be around about 15%, which is still positive.
Glad to hear you say that, Rory. Certainly the beginning of 2010 wasn't great for the industry.
That's correct. I think we've started to see, because of the low base, some of that recovery. And I think for the next 6 months, the recovery will start giving us a more realistic picture of where we see the market will go in the next couple of years.
But Rory, are we seeing a month-by-month decrease? I think certainly as far as the medium commercial market was concerned, there was a month-by-month decrease against May 2010.
That's correct. The medium commercial market is down, but I think the buying patterns change a little bit of change in the dynamics. On the other hand, we are seeing a tremendous increase in the extra HCVs, which is up to the end of May was up around about 30%, so that bodes well.
And also looking good as far as the heavy truck market is concerned, an increase of 18%.
That's correct, yes. The heavy is also up. That, of course, we believe is the bread and butter segment. It remains reasonably stable in terms of its volume year in and year out, and where it positions itself within the three main sectors.
Now, not surprisingly, of course, after the euphoria around Soccer World Cup, we've seen buses decline by around 50% for the year to date. But there are still a lot of good signs there as far as BRT expansion is concerned and projects going forward.
I think there is in the future. I think at the moment we're just in a bit of a lull after the euphoria of 2010, but that'll come back, I believe, in the years to come.
Now, Rory, what do you see as the main changes and the challenges for the market as we go forward?
I think when one looks at what is happening worldwide, I think we over the next couple of years are going to see a dramatic change in the dynamics of the market. Without a doubt, we cannot exclude the product and the newly developed product or the upgraded product that's going to be coming out of China and India. And that is going to start making an impact on the market and the traditional players in the market. So I think strategies will have to be adjusted to see how we will look after the premium sort of segment of the market. There is at the moment, we have the budget segment where some of those lower cost option vehicles are available, but we believe there is something in between, and I think there's going to be a lot of dynamics in that in-between portion in the years to come.
I was in China actually last year, Rory, and one of the factories that I visited there, popping around the corner, I saw that they were actually sticking the tape and replicating an existing vehicle, which just happened to be one of yours. Do you think people are willing to take cheaper replicas of existing, as you say, premium brands?
I don't think so. I think the market's distinctly going to be divided into what we would call the premium segment, where the established customers will still utilize the established brands and the real quality, high quality products. And I think there is going to be room for what we term as a value product. So a proposition that's going to be very close to the premium product, but might be attractive for the smaller operators who will still get good quality out of those vehicles, but who are initially maybe more cost conscious.
Rory Schulz, GM of Corporate Planning and Marketing at UD Trucks South Africa. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mark.